Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Jewelry Pirate. This is Barbara. You have to excuse me, my voice is not really good today. I'm going to try to do this video, and we'll see what happens. What I'm going to do here today is I'm going to show you something that I acquired, excuse me, and it's an artisan piece, and I'm going to show you I have a dilemma whether I should fix this or I should take it apart. And then in that last video that we did with all the brooches, there was a couple of brooches in there that had some issues, and I did some work on them. So I'm going to show you those. And I'm going to explain to you exactly what I did to correct the issues that I had with them. So anyway, let's not forget to share the video. Please hit the notification bell so that you'll be informed when I upload a new video. Comment on the video. I'm trying my best now to answer all the comments on the videos. If you have any suggestions, if you see something here that you know what it might be and I don't, let me know in the comments. I truly appreciate that. I know a lot about jewelry, but I am not no expert. So if you know something that I don't know, I really appreciate you chiming in. And also, please, if you're not subscribed to the channel, most people that are watching my channel are not subscribed. It doesn't cost anything, and I would really appreciate it if you would take the time just to subscribe to the channel. Okay, so let's get started, and I'll show you the pieces from the last video that I did. And this, I think this is the Sarah Cove. Yeah, this is a Sarah Cove. Really pretty brooch. And there was, I need to clean in here a little bit more, but it's good for now. There were some issues with some of the edges on these. So I took and I cleaned all these off, and then I applied. I use this stuff here fairly frequently. If you have a piece of jewelry that is, say, a little tiny bit, I wouldn't put it on a neck chain. But for a brooch and other things, it works really well. And normally, once you put this on, I let it set at least overnight. And then I'll go in with a Q-tip and I go over it and see if there's any excess or anything that didn't dry. And most of the time, the cloth or the Q-tip comes up clean. So the reason why I say don't put it on a necklace, because I'm not positive what would happen if you put it on a necklace and you sweat, and that maybe it might come off on your neck. So far, everything that I've ever done with it always seems to be pretty permanent. So, but you can see now this was shiny down here. I didn't put anything on this, but they need a little. I did polish them a little bit, but I didn't put any of this on them. The only part that I used this on was in the center, and I put a little silver on the dots in here also. I have silver. I put this on here. I rubbed it in really good, and then I let it set. I was a little bit over 24 hours, and then I sat and I worked on it with a Q-tip and took off all the excess. And this is the, if you get a chance, go back and look in the video, and you can see the places where this was all worn. So this stuff here is called Rub and Buff, and this one's gold leaf, and this is probably, they have different kinds of gold. There's pretty much, I'm not sure if there's more than Like this is the silver, this is silver leaf. I have, I think, three total of different colors of this. I think one is like a Grecian silver or an old-fashioned silver. So these things are, it's one of the best things I've ever used. Now, this one just needed a little touch up in a couple places, so I did the same thing with this one. Um, this wasn't bad, but just any place on here, um, I put it on, and then after that, after there was pretty much nothing left on the Q-tip, I just went around the whole thing, and then I set it down and let that go, and I polished it up. Now, this was the hardest because this had a ton. This is such a pretty brooch, but this had a ton of verdigris on it. So what I did with this still needs a little bit of polishing in here. As you can tell, it's rippled. So it's kind of hard to get down in there. But this had a ton of verdigris on it. In here, back here, there's still a little tiny bit here, but I'm not sure if that's verdigris or if that's part of something of the welding on here. But I'll go over it quite a bit. So what I did is I took the simethicone polish and I took this and I put it all where the verdigris was. I do different things for verdigris depending on what the material is made of. I didn't want, this was such a pretty brooch, I figured I'd try this first and see how this would work. And for all intent purposes, what I did with this worked fine. So I put that on, I let it set, and then I went back and I removed it all the polish. And it did remove the verdigris, okay, but it also, the verdigris had already eaten into the finish. So sometimes you can't really do a real lot about that, but that's where this rub and buff comes in. So what I did is I took a toothpick and I put a little tiny bit of cotton on the end of it, and I went in, and this was really bad here. I put that all on here, the rub and buff, and then it was bad underneath this. I put that underneath here. And what we're trying to do here is we're not going to make this back to its original condition, but now it's back to, if you look at it, it's back to a wearable condition. The stone was also out. I put the stone back in, and you can see, I mean, it looks pretty good. So now what I would do with this is I'll go back and I'll look over it, and now that I know that this worked, I'll see what else is left here, and I will try to get the verdigris off, because the simethicone worked very good. I will try to get that rest of it off, and then I will put the rub and buff on it, let it set, and then take the excess off. And it's not good as new, but it's a wearable piece of jewelry that's saved from, the junkyard or the trash bin or the landfill, and it's actually a very, very pretty brooch. It's really a nicely made brooch. I think this was just from a lack of somebody having it and not taking care of it. So those are the three things that I wanted to show you that you can take and use this product for. I'm not being paid. This is not a sponsorship or anything, but this is something that I learned a long time ago to use. And the only other thing that I've done with some of this is you got to get the verdigris off though first. Is that I have inside, I have sheets of gold leaf. And if the finish on a lot of this stuff is really shiny, I will take and I will use the gold leaf on it after I do everything else to it. Um, I forget what I paid for that, but I got a whole package of 24 karat gold leaf, and you just take a little bit and you use a toothpick and you put it on. So there's a couple little hints for you as far as repurposing, repairing, restoring your jewelry. And like I said, I thought that this piece was, it still needs a little bit of polishing, but I thought that this piece was so pretty that it was worth giving it a try. And as you can see by the results, it's became a very wearable piece of jewelry once again. Okay, now this here, I feel bad for this. Um, it's a shame. Miss Mona, hey, you. Oh boy, now she got the rest of them going. Anyway, this piece, so this is an artisan-made piece, and it's really a shame because whoever made it, and I give anybody that makes jewelry credit where credit is due because it's not always the easiest thing to take and do. But this person evidently is brand new, and although she used some really nice things, like this is a big Swarovski crystal, it's beautiful, and then you've got the dyed coral and like little pieces of branch coral up here, and really nice. Everything's glass and crystals, and these are Czechoslovakian glass. But the problem that is with this is twofold. One, the person did not know how to put this necklace together in a manner that it's going to make it where it's going to last. Okay, they took and where instead they just put this lobster claw clasp right on where they join the necklace, so it's this is going to wear and it's going to break away. There should be a jump ring here, maybe two. They didn't do a real good job of crimping the beads, so that's another fail. And then over here, which I don't understand, they did use a jump ring to put this extender on, and then a jump ring at the end of the extender. So I don't know what they were thinking here. I just feel so bad for all these beads. I don't know if I want to turn around and I want to take it all apart and do it all over. Maybe it'll be a project in the future, but I got so many. And the other thing, even if I sent this out the way it is, it doesn't even fit with the extender fully in stretched out condition. It does not actually go around. This is not big enough to go around my neck. My neck is not large. And so it needs more. In other words, what needed to be done with this was, instead of putting it needed a chain on each side like we see on so many necklaces, and then put the clasp and then put the extender on it so that you had a choice. It would fit without an extender, and then if you wanted to lower it down, you still would have an extender to use. And it's a shame because all the stuff in this necklace is all good stuff. I honestly even think that maybe these beads here are sterling because they're tarnished, and when I rub on them, they come up and they shine. I love the coral. I mean, even though it's dyed, but there's no way that this will fit anybody. So the only solution to this is it has to be redone all over. So this will be one that I'm going to put away, and leave it for a little bit, because this is, I'm probably going to redo something else with this, because adding this into this to have the second part, which is very pretty, is not exactly the easiest thing to do. And I'm not sure if I want to, at 73 years old, I want to put myself through all that. And then when you take it apart, you got to lay it all out and make sure you don't lose any pieces. So it's something to think about. I mean, this is a gorgeous Swarovski crystal here. It's not scratched in any way, shape, or form. It's got a lot of, you can see all the different colors in it and everything. So that alone right there, I bet you if you went out and you bought it, you're probably talking $20 on that. I don't know what the coral would cost you. And then you got all these really teardrop check glass. And these are crystals. And these are nice. These are a flat crystal. So instead of them being like a rondelle, they're like this, these are like this, with thin like a pancake. So I just wanted to show you that this was things for you to think about if you're going to turn around and you're going to create a necklace. So I'm going to put that to the side over here. Now, what I have for you today is I have a bunch of jewelry. This jewelry, I found this where I work here. I have all kinds of stuff. I have my busts, for displaying jewelry. I have my plastic bags. I have, a lot of different things. And I forgot that I had stuck some jewelry down here that I guess I was going to get used to. Get used to. I was going to take and I was going to use it in a video. As we're sitting down here, probably 4 to 5 years. So it was all evidently clean, and I put it in plastic bags. So what I'm going to do with this today, and I have a whole box, but I'm going to go through a little bit. Everything that you see here is going to be $1. So keep that in mind. There's some pretty things in here, and we're going to go through this, and maybe you'll find something that you like. You might find some bargains. So we're going to start, and then I'm going to put them back in the bag to keep them in the condition that they're in now. Okay, first item that we have, these are all single bracelets. And what you have is you have 3 of the, these are pretty, 3 of the, these are all, oh good grief, cat eyes. This one is not a cat eye, but the green one is a cat eye. And then you have one that's black. This one's a little bit different. It needs a little bit of bending, but for $1, you've got 5 bracelets here. Whatever doesn't get sold will go down to the church thrift, because it's all bagged up, and I'll just put a price on it. Now this, I had one of these, and I sent one of these down to Habitat for Humanity, I don't know, a couple months ago. And I don't know what this is made out of. It's all individual beads. Stretch on it's really good because it was put on a cloth stretch. Anyway, they must have known more than I knew, because they put $12.99 on it and they sold it. So anyway, we have that. It's kind of pretty. It's lightweight, so nice summer piece. Okay, that's number 2. This is a pretty piece here. And what do we have? What do we have? This is seed beads. I got to find the ends. This has got a tag on it. I don't know what the tag says. This is really a pretty piece. And I got to find the other end. Here, it's over here someplace. Wait a minute. Mona, what is wrong with you today? Hugs can be difficult. Well, here we go. All right, you're going to have to play with this. All right, because I don't have the time. I want to go through this quite free. This is the perfect piece. All glass beads, tons of chain. The beads are pink, salmon, blue, a clear, a peridot, and a different kind of a pink. And then you've got all the chain, and you've got these little beads on here. Once this just has to be opened up and stretched out, and it'll be all right. So for the price, that's a bargain. Okay. And I'm going to do a few of these because I want to get rid of these, this box of jewelry. Okay, now we have this. It's a shame that we're past the 4th of July because this is really cute, but if you're thinking forward to next year, this is adorable. I don't see a name on it. This is made really well. This has got red, white, and blue beads. It's got an American flag, the Liberty Bell. It doesn't ring. It's got some cabochon crystals. This is Statue of Liberty on Star American flag. This one is USA. And this one is another one of the Star Spangled Banner. So, very, 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 very pretty bracelet. Oh, this one here says okay, I thought it said I loved USA, but it doesn't. So you've got that. There's a lot of stuff here. And then we have this. This is a good piece for this time of the year. Now remember, these are all cleaned. This is a cha-cha bracelet. Stretches really good. This is so cute. You got hearts, a couple hearts, and then you got the big pearls, small pearls, and you got some clear beads. Really cute cha-cha bracelet. Price is right. Okay. We have this. Let me see all the crystals. Yep. This is a stretch. You can just put this on and wear it as a bangle. It's large. So for anybody that's got a large wrist, this would work. I don't know if this can be polished up. Yeah. Let me see with my finger. It's beautiful. All the enameling on it is gorgeous. Okay. That is not a stretch bracelet. It just goes on your wrist. Okay. We have this. This is a little mini statement piece. Very pretty. And this is all finished off nicely. All the rhinestones are there. This is sort of, it switches between a rusty burgundy color. Nice chain, great condition. lobster claw clasp, and then we have the extender with the bead. I also have, I don't know if I mentioned it, the other box that I pulled out is all earrings. So we're going to go through that too. We might alternate some of these, and then we're going to open up another box. And all this stuff is stuff you've never seen before. This has some wear, but it's pretty. In fact, what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to put this in something else, unless somebody says they want it for $1. It's a very nice necklace. There goes my voice again. Put that over here. Okay. This is really nice. This is a fold over clasp. No name. It's all curved, looking like a curved chain. There you go. Size-wise, I'm not doing a lot on these as far as measuring. 7. Because of the fact that they're just a book. Okay, got a few more to go. All right, let's see what this is. This is another. I don't know what's going on with my voice. This is another. This is like brand new. This is really cute. It's all here. You got yellow. These are like a blue topaz, and then these are like a smoky topaz, smoky quartz here. Very pretty. Nice chain. Really gorgeous. That's what it looks like. Okay. Oh, no, let's forget this. Let's put this all away. I'll put this in the jar. Sorry about that. Some of these are old and they just fall apart. So this will go along with the other one there in the jar. We have this. This is a stretcher. No, I don't think it is a stretcher. I think this is a clasp. Oh, yeah. Well, anyway, I'll have to get it off. This is marked. Let's see what this says. Good grief. And I don't know how they can print things so tiny. I don't know. I don't know what it says. But anyway, this is the, and it's gotta be, let's see if I can get this. I will definitely have this fixed before you buy it. All right, so we have that. I'm going to leave this out. That's really pretty. This is really nice, very lightweight. It's a little tangled up, but it's very pretty. These are all 3 different colored discs on a very, very, very pretty string. And you want to take the time to, it's It wasn't tangled when I put it in the bag, but I don't want to try to make it worse. That's the kind of necklace right here that you have your little jewelry boxes with the little hooks in the door. That's what that you would do with that. This is very nice. This is leather and beads. This is your pendant, and it's got an extender with a bead on the end of it. Okay. Next piece. These are circles and blue beads. There's actually some pieces of sodalite in here. Not bad for a buck. I don't see a name, but it is put together decent, and it does have an extender with a bead. So you've got some acrylic beads, some silver beads, and then you've got real sodalite. Everything's a buck, except for those pieces in the beginning of the video. Let's see what this is. This is pretty. This is, says not intended for children 12 and under. This is a stretch. Stretch is excellent. It's green. It's meant to look like an artificial druzy. The back of it has chain, and the front part is what is stretched. This is brand new. And then we have a silver necklace with a peace sign on it. This is nifty. There you go. This is older. It has a spring ring clasp, and I think this is the right side. Or is this the right side? I don't know. I think it could be worn either way. All right. I think there's some nice pieces here for $1. So, and if you see some that you like, I will put them away, and so you got time to go through some of the other ones that I'm going to bring up. This is gorgeous. Sue, you should like this. This is not a gunmetal. It's black. And it's really pretty. It's all little leaves. This is really, really nice. This bracelet would go well with it. Okay, there's a couple things that would go good with this in this lot. It's a really nice necklace. Okay, now we have this one in a gold tone. We don't have much gold tone, but we got this one. Like I said, I'm not measuring. This has got a name on it. Maybe I'll be able to see this one. I even have glasses on. This is a good one for $1, everybody. This is a Daisy Fuentes. Good condition, too. Okay, here's another one with a peace sign on. So you've got two of them with peace signs on it that you could put all together. Let's see what we got here. This is a multiple strand necklace. Let's see if I can get this right. Really nice. Okay, we have the bird. We have a heart, a piece of shell, and we have some beads down here, and we have our peace sign. So we want peace signs. There's two of them in this. Very nice. Three more. Okay. This would be a good one if you got a guy and you want to be sort of that earthy guy, you know, the old-fashioned hippie style. This would be perfect for him. This is a leather cord. It's got a hook closure. And down here it's got copper beading. And it's all hooked on with these, they're like coils. So this is not going to be going back and forth on your guy's neck. Really nice for a buck. Okay, now we have this. This is a pretty bracelet. Lost a claw clasp. And I don't see any beads missing. Okay. And the last piece we have is a really old this is blessed by, it's a rosary. It's blessed by the Supreme Chaplain. It's made in Italy. Here's your crucifix. It's different. And then you got the Blessed Mother. Okay, and that's what your beads look like, I think. They're plastic. And it's quadruple interlock links. And if you look closely, you can see them. So this is not going to come apart. Very, very, very nice. So that's what I have for you guys. So remember, everything except for what I showed you in the beginning is $1. If you're interested in anything and you want me to put it to the side and see what comes up in the next couple of videos, I will gladly do that for you. And I want to thank you for all coming in and watching the video. I appreciate you so much, and I'll be back probably pretty darn quick with another video. Hopefully my voice is going to hang in there because it comes in and it goes out. I don't know if the heat is unbelievable up here, and it's like you walk out the door and it's almost like somebody hits you in the face with a shovel. The humidity is so bad, it just like stops you dead in your tracks. I have a few errands that I need to run, and I can barely breathe in the house, so I'm not going outside to put myself through that. That's one of the things that, with all the cancer treatment, the radiation, all the stuff that I went through, the chemo, it left me with not being able to breathe really well. So although my oxygen levels are good and my lungs are clear, I don't know what it is. So, okay, everybody, you take care. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment on the video. And I will see you all soon. Love you guys. Bye-bye.